All right, let's talk about leadership. We're going to flip a coin and look at the two very different faces a leader can show us and dig into the hidden psychology that makes them either your greatest supporter or, well, your biggest problem.
I mean, it's a question we've all thought about, right? You've probably had both. So what is it? Why does one leader build this amazing team that just clicks, while another one creates a place where you're just watching the clock?
And you know the difference in your bones. In one corner, you've got the empowering team. Ideas are flying, you feel trusted, you feel like you can actually do your job, everybody's working together. In the other corner, the draining team. People hoard information, you feel insecure, micromanaged, stuck. It's night and day.
Now, the simple answer seems obvious. Good teams have supportive leaders. And yeah, that's absolutely true. But that's not the whole story. The real mystery, the thing we're going to unpack today, is what makes a leader supportive, or not, in the first place. So, to get started, let's just look at what that support actually does. A fantastic 2025 study by Kai and colleagues gives us our first big clue. It's all about how support unlocks a team's most powerful weapon, its own knowledge. The key idea here is something called knowledge-sharing behavior. It's kind of a fancy term for something really simple. People willingly and freely sharing what they know, their ideas, their experiences, to help out the team. And it turns out, this isn't a one-way street. You've got knowledge donating, that's when you're the giver, sharing what's in your head. And then you have knowledge collecting. That's when you're the seeker, asking others for their help and their smarts. You need both to really get cooking. And this is where the study gets really interesting. So, a supportive boss helps with both, no surprise there. But look closer. The effect on collecting knowledge is way stronger. What that tells us is that when leaders make you feel safe, you feel much more comfortable saying, hey, I don't know this. Can you help me? That's huge. So how does a supportive leader actually pull this off? It's not some kind of magic trick. It's psychology. We need to look under the hood at the engine that really drives this whole thing. Well, according to a really powerful idea called self-determination theory, all of us, you, me, everyone, we're basically running on three core psychological fuels. We need to feel competence, like we're good at stuff. We need autonomy, a sense of control, and we need relatedness, that feeling of connection with others. And this is how it all connects. A good supportive boss gives you the resources and encouragement that fills up those three psychological tanks. And when those needs are met, you feel safe, you feel motivated from the inside out, and that feeling is what opens the floodgates for sharing what you know. So there it is. The big secret is that support works by fueling our basic human needs at work. Pretty straightforward. Seems like we've cracked the code. Case closed. But hold on a second. We've only really answered the what and the how. We still haven't gotten to the biggest question of all, the why. Why is one leader so good at this while another one just isn't? This is where our story takes a really unexpected twist. Because the answer, it turns out, might not have anything to do with the team at all. According to another groundbreaking study, this time by Wen and colleagues, it's all about a secret the leader might be hiding inside their own head. And that secret has a name: leader impostorism. You know this feeling. It's that nagging voice in your head that whispers, you're not good enough, you don't belong here, and any minute now, everyone's going to find out you're a total fraud. And believe me, it is way more common than you think, even at the highest levels. The author Neil Gaiman just nails this feeling perfectly. He called it the unshakable conviction that you are getting away with something and that any moment now they will discover you. It's that fear of being exposed, no matter how much success you have. Now here's the absolute game changer. That feeling of being an imposter, it doesn't just lead to one predictable outcome. Nope. It's a fork in the road. It can send a leader down two completely opposite paths. So what decides which way they go? The deciding factor is something called power distance orientation. Basically, it's a person's fundamental belief about power. Should it be shared or should it be kept at the top? So a leader with a low power distance mindset, they see their team as partners. They want to collaborate. But a leader with a high power distance mindset sees their team as, well, subordinates. They want a clear top-down hierarchy. And that one belief changes everything. Let's follow path one. The leader feels like a fraud, but they also believe power should be shared. So that feeling of, I don't know everything, makes them realize, wow, I need my team. I'm dependent on them. So what do? They lean in. They become more supportive to win over their team. It's incredible. Their insecurity actually makes them a better boss. But then there's path 2, the dark path. Same starting point, a leader who feels like an imposter. But this leader believes power belongs at the top. For them, a skilled team isn't a life raft, it's a threat. It's a group of people who might expose them. So they start undermining, micromanaging, hoarding information, anything to protect their fragile spot at the top. Okay, so let's put these two giant pieces of the puzzle together. We've got the what and how from that first study, and now we have the why from the second. When you snap them into place, you get the whole picture, and it is fascinating. Check this out. It all begins in the same exact place, a leader feeling like an imposter. But if you combine that with a belief in shared power, you get support, and then a thriving team. You combine that same feeling with a belief in hierarchy, and you get undermining and a team that's just stuck in fear. Same coin, two totally different sides. So what's the big, crucial takeaway from all this? It's that what we see as good or bad leadership is often just the tip of the iceberg. It's an external reflection of a leader's internal battle with their own feelings of not being good enough. It's often not about us at all. It's about them. And that's what I want to leave you with. The next time you see a leader in action, good or bad, just ask yourself this one question. Is what they're doing really about empowering the team, or is it about trying to quiet that voice of the imposter inside their own head? The answer might just change the way you see everything at work.